What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today we're going to be reacting to a video from Ruin Leon titled, Here's Why Climate Change Activists Suck. Now, before we get into it, I kind of have like a small idea of what he's talking about. There's some people in the UK that keep gluing themselves to walls and floors. They're mad about oil production, and what they're doing, from what I saw, like somebody threw Campbell's soup on a painting, which didn't make any sense. And some other people glued their hands to the floor of a car dealership because of the production, and then was very whiny about, you know, why they couldn't get like food and bathroom because they decided to glue themselves. I'm assuming he's going to get into that. There's probably more, because I've seen a lot more that I just didn't care to look into because the people sound really stupid. But let's go ahead and get into it and see what the full actual story is on all of this.
I don't know how many of you have seen this, but recently there's been a bunch of animal rights, climate change activists sticking themselves to floors and throwing food on all these different museum exhibits, and I find that to be absolutely hilarious.
This is what I was talking about.
Hello.
Yeah, watch, they're gonna glue their hands to the wall now. This is all about climate change, apparently.
Menschen hungern, Menschen frieren, Menschen sterben. Wir sind in einer Klimakatastrophe. Und alles, wovor ihr Angst habt, sind Tomatensuppe oder Kartoffelbrei an einem Gemälde. Wisst ihr, wovor ich Angst habe? Davor, dass die Wissenschaft sagt, dass wir 2050 unsere Familien nicht werden ernähren können. Braucht es Kartoffelbrei auf einem Gemälde, damit ihr zuhört?
Look at the people in the background just walking by. They're just like, it's just the climate activist people again. Anyway, so the painting over here.
Dieses Gemälde wird nichts mehr wert sein, wenn wir uns um Essen streiten müssen. Wann ist der Punkt erreicht, an den ihr hinhört? Wann ist der Punkt erreicht, an den ihr hinhört und nicht einfach so weitermachen?
The amount of people ignoring them is just hilarious. That was in the background. Like, look at this. Look at this. Like, this one lady, she's just reading like the museum map of like, I wonder where the next Matisse painting is at. I wonder where the Picasso is. Like, nobody cares about any of this that's going on. Also, somebody also put a list up on Twitter where they're just like, you guys are upset about oil production and climate change, and they're just like, your vest made with oil, the soup, you waste of food. You're talking about we're all gonna fight over food. You just wasted some. Not even destroying this painting, because I guess all the paintings are protected by like, there's like glass right here. So, I don't know, it's just funny to me. It's just funny.
More greenhouse gas emissions from the oil giants, like Exxon, Shell,
Why are they wasting all this milk?
are responsible for the majority of the
Oh, plant-based future. So these are the animal activists. Okay. Yeah. I can't stand vegans like this. They are so annoying. If you want to be vegan, go for it. But it's already been proven that like us not eating animals doesn't stop anything. Actually, it's gonna cause a whole new different type of problem if we don't eat animals, right? Like, we need to eat them to... Anyway, that's a whole different video. That's a whole nother topic. But yeah, none of this makes sense. You're just wasting all this milk. All I know is if I'm the manager of the grocery store, I'm just gonna call the police. Because at this point, you're like destroying property. I know milk don't cost that much, but like, you'd have to go to jail for a minute for this. Like, somebody was gonna have to bail you out, or you spend a day or two, however it works over there in the UK. But like, you can't just be coming into my store pouring out milk onto the floor. What's wrong with you? My man, are you security? What are you doing? You're not even doing anything. My man's just like, come on now, please. Please stop doing what you're doing. Come on. Come on. Please stop. It's like, my man, get active or call somebody that's gonna get active. Like, what are you doing? Are you security? What is this?
Because every other
Democratic means they don't work. We've tried voting. We've tried writing petitions.
Also, another thing, so you don't want people to eat stuff made by animals. You don't want us to eat animals. Yet you're ruining all this milk, right? That I get, you don't want us to drink it, but it's already been pumped. It's already been pumped. What was the end goal for this? Also, once you get kicked up out of here, business is going to go back to normal. Somebody's going to now have to clean this up, which honestly, if the cops came, I would make y'all clean it up and before y'all got up out of here. And then it's just going to be back to normal. People going to go right back to buying the milk. They're going to be like, man, did you see these two crazy chicks just like wasted 10 gallons of milk? Like, what are y'all doing?
Because instead of creating a plan to where you can articulate a point about climate change, animal rights, and all these other different issues, you instead waste money on paint, food, and you want to waste money on buying a ticket for a tour, and you're throwing all those things on these museum exhibits, and you're sticking yourself to the floor thinking that's going to be the thing that gets people to say, well, you know what? Climate change is actually a problem in society. No, you weird looking idiots. It's just gonna make people laugh because you're not doing anything productive. You're just doing something that provides comedy. Speaking of which, and the thing about doing things and wanting to make changes, that you actually need to have a plan, because if you're going to protest, if you're going to try to do something drastic to get people to pay attention to what you have to say, you have to be able to structure a plan, because if you don't, you'll end up doing something that makes you look stupid.
Yeah, I agree with everything so far. Like, that's why I don't like going to a lot of protests, because yeah, there's a lot of people mad and angry about whatever the protest is about. But like I said in another video, it's like, all right, what's the solution? What are we going to start doing, at least to get to building block A? Where do we start? And what's the plan to get to like the next step? Nobody has a plan of action for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want to be like, well, I'm angry, so I want to destroy something. Okay, what do we do after you destroy whatever you're destroying? We're gonna destroy more stuff. And it's like, yeah, you look like a whole joke right now. A whole joke. That's what ended up with the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Kept protesting, kept destroying stuff, and what ended up happening? The owners of the group kept all the money. That money went nowhere. You actually want to know where the money did go? Apparently, the little bit of money that they did put out there went to like gay and trans activist charities. That the wife of the chick that owns Black Lives Matter, she knows the people, or they know the company. So it was just shell companies all just receiving the money. And it was all just for that. Nothing went to Black lives, okay? Nothing went to Black communities. That's where that money went. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? It seemed like the only Black lives that got helped was theirs. Why they got their little mansions and stuff going.
Case in point, climate protesters glue their hands to the floor of a car exhibit and get upset at Volkswagen for not bringing them bowls to defecate and urinate into.
I actually read this one. This is funny. These guys on the floor was like, we want to protest oil production and blah, 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 and climate. So Volkswagen was like, all right, whatever. We don't care. So they glue their hands to the floors, and then while sitting there, they're just like, well, since we're here, do you mind giving us some food? And Volkswagen's like, what? No, I'm not feeding you to stay here. What are you talking about? Well, can you at least give us bowls so we can use the bathroom? And they're like, no. These are things you should have thought about before gluing yourself to a floor. And they're just like, oh, I can't believe this company. I can't believe that they won't give in to my simple demands as I sit here and protest in their facility. You know how goofy that sounds? It's like, rawr, I hate the man, but also, can you please help me out while I'm hating you? So goofy.
Climate protesters who glued their hands to the floor of a Volkswagen exhibit in Wolfsburg, Germany, were upset that the car company refused to provide them with bowls to defecate and urinate into during their protest. Protesters with the Scientist Rebellion began the protest on Wednesday, but they didn't plan for what would happen once they needed to use the bathroom. Volkswagen told us that they supported our right to protest, but they refused our request to provide us with a bowl to urinate and defecate in a decent manner while we are glued, and have turned off the heating. People in support can't get out of the building.
Turns out people could get in and out of the building. You just weren't going to get the common luxuries the rest of us have while doing your protest. It's crazy because there's actual people that have protested for things in the past where they were just like, I'm gonna go on hunger strikes. They did all this craziness to themselves and stuck through with it too. There's like some people that was like hunger strikes was going for a good while with a couple people just to get a point across, right? Because they're just like, oh, these people aren't gonna let us die. These people, like, they're ready to tap out after a couple hours. They like, oh, I can't use the bathroom. Oh, they tripping. I can't believe this happening. I can't get food. They gonna cut the heat off and we gotta be cold for a little bit. Get out of here, bro. Y'all are soft and don't know how to properly protest.
He went on to clarify that they were allowed to leave but would not be allowed
that.
to return if they did. We can't order our food. We must use the one provided by Volkswagen. Lights off. Random unannounced checks by security guards with bright torches. Police just came in. Among their demands was the insistence that the German government lower the speed limit from 100 per hour to 62 miles per hour. Outside the center, other protesters raised a banner after they threw red paint apparently symbolizing blood on the steps of the pavilion. They also vandalized the windows. One of the scientists, identified as Marta Matos, terrible name, claimed that climate change was leading to floods and storms and that some regions of the world would probably become uninhabitable in the years to come because of global warming.
Well, what's also funny? I have heard this whole global warming thing since I was a kid. So literally ever since I was a kid, it's just like, oh, you know, in the next 5 years, it's going to be over for us because of global warming. 5 years come. You know, in the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be over for us because of global warming. Next 5, 10 years. You know, it's going to be over for us. Like, it just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. So when's it going to be over for us? Because at this point, ain't nothing happening. I'm being real with you. Ain't nothing happening.
Protesters were mocked and ridiculed on social media because obviously you didn't plan ahead for the situation of, I gotta take a piss. I have to shit. What am I going to do now that my hand is super glued to the floor of a damn car exhibit? And it was unclear how Grimaldo, the person tweeting, was able to tweet while his hand was glued to the floor. Obviously because he had another hand. Here's the thing. I get that everybody seems to have an issue in the world, whether if it's about race, climate, weather, animal rights, gay sex, sexuality, gender, all these different things. I understand you all got problems with something different. Here's the issue. If you're not going to plan to create a structure so that people can hear you out, you're not going to get anything done. Randomly complaining on Twitter isn't really going to get anything done. Not really thinking ahead for an idea isn't really going to get anything done. Symbolizing blood on the steps of a building isn't really going to get anything done. Vandalizing all these different windows and buildings, not going to happen. Gluing yourself to the floor, not going to happen.
First off, you said you was trying to address it to TikTok, but the way your tone and the way you had to hesitate to say TikTok means you were trying to address it to black women. Secondly, can you stop fetishizing black men? Like, I'm so tired of seeing you snow roaches fetishizing black men. Like, not once in that video did you say how a black man makes you feel, that you feel comfortable around a black man. Or did you...
Whoa, this is what is this about? This like, we went for climate change. Just a random chick talking about something. Or a woman talking down on white women?
Even remotely feel loved by a black man. But no, it was all the things that they do sexually for you. And don't even get me started on your little fake black sin. Babe, I got so much more to say. Come back for part 2. It's the fact that I've been on this fucking planet for 22...
Hold on. So, I wonder what she was even responding to? We didn't get that, but alright. Just to cry when you get criticized. So, I'm tired of you... Whoa, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to y'all never gonna see this because I'm about to like block it out. I mean, it's not a cuss word though. Alright, I don't know. So I guess the person she was criticizing was Mexican? I don't know.
2 years and have been called everything under the sun, but never have I had someone call me a
I have. Get over it. You know what's crazy? I done heard. So growing up black and Jewish, right? Since 4th grade, because that's when South Park came out, I heard every Jew joke in the book. Outside of every Jew joke in the book, I've heard people just ignorant about Jewish people because they think we all have money. And like, don't get me wrong, to be the smallest population out the whole world and have like majority of the wealth, I get why y'all think that. But if I have money, would I have been going to the same raggedy public school as the rest of y'all went to? No, so I never understood that when my classmates would be like, oh, so you must got money. Your family must run everything. Bro, if they did, I wouldn't be here with you in second period science class in this raggedy building, okay? I'll be up in wherever the rich people be. Beverly Hills. See, I don't even know, because I'm poor, okay? I mean, I'm not poor now, but like, y'all get what I'm saying? I done heard it all. I done heard all the black jokes, you know what I'm saying? From everybody, okay? Especially because, even from black people. Because apparently, I'm not black enough to do certain things. And, oh, look how you talk. You're not black enough. Get all y'all. I done heard it from everybody. I done got it from all the colors of the rainbow, okay? Get over it. And I done got hit with racism from all the colors of the rainbow. Whites, blacks, pigs, all of them. And you mad because somebody typed something on the internet? Miss me with it.
I was just trying to sit here and bring fucking awareness to the problem that is plaguing a black community. And that is white women out here fetishizing black men. You want to sit here and call a person of color a racial...
Yeah, but it looks like you got on a Mexican chick. She just said she was Mexican. I don't know what the original video was, so I can't even say if somebody was fetishizing somebody or not. This was a
slur, but you as a Mexican
random.
are a person of color, and you want to defend white people for what? 4 years ago, white people wanted you out of this country. You sit here and call someone a racial slur for them. So on that note, I'm taking a break from TikTok. I don't know for how long, but I just don't feel comfortable posting on here for a while.
Because when people...
Bruh, I will never understand why people cry online. I would never. You know, my channel not even that big. Do you know the nonsense I've gotten so far in comments? Especially when I decided to, like, I tried to test TikTok out with, like, some clips for my videos. Bro, it's just ruthless. People are going to be more ruthless online than they actually are to your face. Which is why it's just laughable. Okay? Like, I genuinely do not care what none of y'all think about me. Like, the ones that's here that really rock with me, I like y'all. But the ones that randomly stumble on my videos and be like, you look like a blah, blah, blah. You're this, you're that. I guess, bro. Thanks for the view. Some of y'all are too sensitive for social media, man. That's like y'all life. Put it down, go outside, get some sunshine, and touch some grass. It's not that deep.
People see that when the public gets an eye on it and you spread the message of we want to fight for this and you want the public to see that and join with you, you're not going to get the reaction you want, because instead of people saying, I'm going to start taking you seriously, sir or madam, they're going to look at you doing all these things and laugh. Why? Not because you're white, not because you're a woman, not because you got blue hair, pink hair, short hair, black male, none of these things. It's because you as an individual decided to do something laughable and everybody's laughing at you. I could sit here and feel bad, but I don't, because stupid people never plan ahead. And that's the moral of the story with this video. If you have a problem and if you want it solved and you want it to be something everybody joins in on, make a plan so that people can see it and take you seriously. Don't be like any of these dumb, because somebody like me will see that and laugh at you. Subscribe to the channel. Also, if any of you are interested, and I know I'm late to the party on this because you've seen countless reactions of other people doing it, but I know you love my sweet, sexy chocolate face and you want to see what I have to think about it. There's this video of a black dating service promoting voting to their audience.
Okay, yeah. All right. I already saw it. It was horrible. I promise y'all, it was horrible. Go. I always put the original video in the description box below. Go to his channel, give him a like. If you like his content, give him a sub. All right. But yeah, I can't stand when people don't have any other plan other than just being angry and then want to cry and boo-hoo about it afterwards when nothing happens. It's like, yeah, because you didn't have an actual plan. You were just angry. You know what I like? So I'm going to give you guys an example of change that actually worked. So Matt Walsh, who I've talked about before on this channel, we've actually reacted to a few of his videos. He has a thing where he does not like doctors and hospitals mutilating children. Like he believes that kids, you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, my 5-year-old's trans and we're gonna go get the surgery and blah blah blah. He believes that's wrong. right? Instead of just talking about it on his channel, what did they do? Right in Tennessee, they were like, okay, well, let's do some investigative journalism on a hospital that's doing it here, and then let's get them targeted because this needs to stop. Oh, guess what happened? They followed through with their plan and actually did it, and they got Vanderbilt to be like looked at by the actual state, and once the state hit them up, Vanderbilt stopped. At least for the moment. See, I don't know if they're about to do some stuff behind closed doors or keep pushing things, but what we know publicly is that they had to send a letter back and put it out publicly that they aren't doing it and all this other crap. So that was something that actually worked. He's like, hey, I don't like this thing. What are we going to do to start stopping it? And the plan is to, like, obviously, you know, that was the beginning. He's going to go to other places. So, like, now, what was the other video we did? The chick in Virginia where she wants parents to be hit with child abuse if they don't affirm their kids' pronouns, which is really stupid, right? Because that's a serious charge to give somebody for something that minor, because that's not child abuse. He said it. He was just like, I think I need to go back to my home state and handle this. So he's about business. When he says, like, I don't like this, he's like, okay, now let's go fix it, right? These people, like, oh, I don't like this. It's like, how are you going to go about fixing it? Mashed potatoes on a painting. Okay, well, that's not fixing it. That's getting somebody's attention so you can say something, but what's the next step? Like, what are you actually going to do to put into place so people could be like, we should start doing this to fix this problem? Tomato soup on paintings. It's like, yeah, you're a joke. You're a joke. But that said, you want to see me react to more content just like this, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop a video. If I have to miss a day, like recently this week, I did miss a day, and the only way I updated y'all, I updated you on Twitter, and then I shared that on my Instagram stories. So, to be up to date, go ahead and follow me on social media. The links to that is also in the description box down below. And until next time, you already know who it is. It's Sang.